Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is the first and last video I will make regarding the tragedy that occurred between an airplane, civilian airplane, and a baboon US military helicopter in Washington DC area. I will explain why this is the first and the only video I will provide for this incident, this tragedy. I picked a little video clip where Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, will sign an executive order and he will explain why he's gonna appoint someone else in charge of the American Airlines Federation, Association, Federal, and so on. And you're gonna hear one baboon so-called journalist asking Donald Trump during this signing of the executive order, asking, do you think race played a role in the accident? That is obviously a trap. And Trump said, maybe. Watch this video. All right, let's start with this, obviously. DC plane crash live updates, 28 bodies recovered, no survivors expected after American Airlines flight collides with military helicopter. But we are professional and we are going to fight the Russians and beat them. So here is the video. So let's start with the video. So here is about Trump. He's about to sign some orders here, new executive orders in the Oval Office. It's going to be about not even a minute. So here it is. Start, mister.
Just two items for your signature today. The first is the formal commission appointing Chris Rochelot to be the Deputy Administrator of the Federal Aviation Administration. Right. And since the commissioner position since the administrator position is currently vacant, he will act as the administrator since he's now been appointed deputy.
And he's a very capable guy.
Capable.
Extremely experienced in aviation and highly regarded in the industry and in government.
Capable.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Second, for your signature, we have a presidential memorandum titled Immediate Assessment of Aviation Safety. In light of the damage done to aviation safety by the Biden administration's DEI and woke policies, what this presidential memorandum orders is for your Secretary of Transportation and FAA Administrator, in this case acting FAA Administrator, to basically ensure that we are actively undoing all of that damage, that we are assessing how much damage was done, and that we're ensuring that people hired within the FAA, in keeping with your memorandum of January 21st, are only the most outstanding, capable people for the jobs that they're being hired into.
In other words, competence.
Yes, sir. Elevating competence over everything else instead of the DEI policies that were pursued by the Biden administration.
I think everyone understands that.
And
Obama.
Yes.
Both of them. Okay, but Biden much worse. Not even a contest. What they've done is just crazy.
now the jackals from the media gonna try to trap him.
In so many other ways.
File your taxes.
All right, they wanted me to do something and I won't. So, and we're back off, obviously.
Okay.
Mr. President, to be clear, are you saying race or gender played a role in this tragedy?
It may have. I don't know. Incompetence might have played a role. We'll let you know that. But we want the most competent people. We don't care what race they are. We want the most competent people.
Correct.
Especially in those positions. And you're talking about extremely complex things. And if they don't have a great brain, a great power of the brain, they're not going to be very good at what they do, and bad things will happen.
Mr. President, there's long been concerns about the amount of congestion out of DC Airport. Do you think that there's too many flights coming out of that airport?
No, I think we need very smart people running the flights and doing it.
Did you hear? She tried to direct it like maybe it's overwhelmed. Could be, but he said no, we need competent people that could figure things out.
You know, the ones that aren't good, when they'll either do one of two things. They'll have too many coming in and they can't handle it, or they'll have the people waiting up in the air, which everyone's been caught in that situation, and circling the airports for an hour, and that's no good either.
Mr. President, are you aware?
Military helicopter training flights that are flying around National Airport all the time, what's your view? Should they be rolled back?
It's fine if they're in the right locations and if they're not at the same levels. I mean, if a plane coming in is at 300 feet or 400 feet and a helicopter's training at 300 or 400 feet, why wouldn't they be up 500 feet higher? So I certainly want, and that to a certain extent is the air traffic controller.
Traffic controller. So, he said competence. I mean, let's say, as Socrates put it by Plato, remember? He said, who do you want to be the captain of a ship in a storm, in a sea? You want the most competent captain? Or you want the most handsome? Or the most popular? Or the guy with the biggest dick? Which one do you want? I want the most competent in the sea knowledge, the most experienced mofo over there. So this is what this guy is saying. I don't care if he's this color, he's midget, cyclop, or fat, or whatever. I want the competence. Well, when I enter or I board a plane, I want the best pilot over there. I don't care what race he is, what gender he is, or why he identifies. I don't give a damn. I want to fly beautifully and land perfectly. So Trump is saying, no, I want competence. Did you hear those jackals in the media? One said, are you saying, no, I'm not. Are you saying that race and gender played a role? He said, may have been, may or something like this. Could have been, may have been, may have. That means, may have. He didn't say, oh no, I'm going to run for, where's the exit? You asked me, you put me on the defensive. This is Donald Trump. And he said, well, these policies, as he said, were implemented by Biden, and he said, to a lower extent, Obama. And then the other one, again, trying to find justifications. You know who are they playing with? I will give you another example after this. You know who they're playing with. When he said, don't you think that maybe it was too busy for them? Well, maybe. But if you're capable, maybe you can face it. Maybe not. But nevertheless, let me give you this. I was in a situation in my life at one point when I was attacked by someone, physically attacked. And I physically defended myself, and I fucked that guy up, which is, I was winning the fight. And obviously people tried to intervene, and some of the words from the people who knew what happened, knew that he attacked me physically, and because I was at that particular time better than him in fighting, I was beating him up. They intervened and said, come on guys, come on you guys, come on, stop. No, you tell him to stop. I didn't know anything. So the same here. You know exactly the onlookers, the witnesses on whose side they are. The way they ask the question, don't you think that, no, you blame him. He jumped me. I fuck him up. But I realize who's who and what's what on that particular situation. It's not you guys. It's him. All right, so the same here. That's why this is one of the reasons why I like Donald Trump. Because he's not backing off, bowing down. Whenever you push on him, he pushes back. I like that. Why? I do that too. I function, or I have the best results when I'm under pressure and when I'm pushed. Because when I'm pushed, I feel like challenged. Like, oh, so you think so? And then when I take all my guns out. That's what it is. Or at least, you depending on the situation, not guns, like, mental guns. And you counterattack. For every punch I receive, if I didn't throw the first one, for the first one that I receive, I'm going to give how many I want. I don't want proportionality. Because the initial proportionality was 0. I don't punch you, you don't punch me. You broke the proportionality with your punch. Who says that I should punch you back once with the same intensity? Who says that? I was a calm guy. You punch me, now you're going to get it. I'm going to, if I can, knock the shit out of you. All right, my friends, here it is. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.